On a 81 degree in Pasadena, California, we are thrilled to bring you Blues baseball here on the Blues Streaming Network. It's the 11th game of the San Luis Obispo Blues season. Today they find themselves playing at the Arroyo Seco Saints. We're in Pasadena. We're right across the street from the Rose Bowl. It was a great drive down here into SoCal, and now the Blues are set to play their second in-conference game. That first one, it was official. It is now ruled an 8-0 win at the Academy Barons. So that ninth inning, the one in which the Blues scored 6 runs and the sprinkler systems went off, it never happened officially in the scorebook. So the Blues are officially 9-1. No more asterisks. We've got that one sorted out for you. They come in 9-1. They've won 6 straight, and they're facing an Arroyo Seco Saints team that's 3-2, only playing 5 games, a pitching staff that's allowing 4.6 runs per game, and a lineup that's batting .256. Seco Saints are coming off of a win in Irvine. They played the Orange County Riptide and won by a score of 14-4. So they're coming in here after a hot performance. Well, the Blues can say the same. They're coming off of a win against the Coastal Cubs. That one went final, and it was 9-1. This is an offense that has been completely unstoppable, and we'll take you through it. And this is how the Blues line up today. Leading things off and playing second base, Connor Costeca, followed by Mason Grotto, the left fielder. Then there's Ryan Cermak, of course, batting third and playing center field, followed by Austin Schell, who's doing the catching today. Tate Samuelson plays third. He'll bat fifth. TJ Clarkson manning first base will bat sixth. TJ will bat sixth. Johnny Bloom, DHing, bats seventh. Thomas Trinka playing right field, bats eighth. And Ruben Mercado rounds things out. In the 9-hole, playing shortstop. Pitching for the Blues is Heston Toll. On the mound for the Seco Saints, though, set to start his day, Tommy Steyer, a senior at Creighton out of Omaha, Nebraska. This is his third appearance on the season. This will be his second start. He comes in with an ERA of 4.9, and in that start, he only went 3 2/3 innings pitched, but had 3 strikeouts, a walk, and 3 hits. Just about ready for baseball here at Jackie Robinson Field in Pasadena. Blues come in, having won 6 straight. Arroyo Seco Saints coming off of a win against the Riptide. Second game of conference play for the Blues, already 1-0 after defeating the Barons. Here's the first pitch from Steyer, taken for ball 1 by Costeca. Costeca leading things off today. Swinging a hot bat as of late. Awaits the 1-0. Low again, ball 2. Costeca, the senior at Biola, comes in with that batting average at a smoldering .382. 13 hits on the season. Pops that one up and out of this place in foul territory. Now 1-2. 2-1, excuse me. He has 34 official at-bats. He's got 13 hits, 3 extra base hits. That triple coming a couple days ago. Also 2 doubles to his credit. Has batted in 2 runs and went 3 for 5 yesterday against the Cubs. Here's the 2-1. High and outside, ball 3. Costeca playing second today, and Mercado plays short. They back each other up in the lineup. Batting 1 and 9th today. Here's the 3-1. That one swung out and popped up to right. Ranging back is Grace to make the catch.
Now batting for the Blues, left fielder from Fresno State, Mason Grotto.
So Costeca flies out to right to start things off for the Blues here. Sent the 3-1 pitch out to right. Flies out, and here's Mason Grotto playing left field today. Played second against the Cubs. In the game of where will Grotto play defense, we find him in left field. Here's the first pitch from Steyer. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Grotto coming in with that batting average of .452. Just silly. 0-1. Pops that one and fouls it back. 0-2 now, as Steyer gets ahead on him in his last game against the Cubs. In the Blues' last game, went 2 for 4, had a double, 2 runs scored, brought in 2 more RBIs. That total at 19 for Grotto. leads the team in that statistical category. Also picked up 2 stolen bases. After he reached on a walk, that one's fouled straight back. It's 0-2 still. After reaching on a walk, he'd steal second and third. That got him to the stolen base total of 5 now on this season. 0-2 on Mason Grotto and Tommy Steyer. Got the first out of Costeca. 1 out here in the top of the first. Fastball high gets Grotto to swing through that one for a strikeout. That's only the second time Mason Grotto has struck out all year.
Number 21, Ryan Cermak.
In 42 at-bats, Mason had only struck out once. Now in 43, he's only struck out twice. Here's Ryan Cermak playing center field today and batting third as he's done all season. And with 2 away quickly in the top of the first, Tommy Steyer has set the Blues down on a flyout and a strikeout swinging. First pitch to Cermak, breaking ball, that's away, ball 1. Count 1-0 to Cermak. No score here in Pasadena at Jackie Robinson Field. Here's the second pitch. Fastball in there over the heart of the plate, and we're even now at 1-1. Cermak awaits the 1-1. That fastball's high, swings through that one, now 1-2. Cermak, the average at 362, 11 RBIs, 6 extra base hits to lead the team. Pops that one up, fouls it back. 1-2. Steyer on the doorstep of a 1-2-3 inning, just a strike away from that, and Cermak trying to change the Blues' fortunes here. Here's the 1-2. Fastball high. Lindsley, who's doing the catching today, nods to Steyer, says that's where they wanted it. That's where he put it. And Cermak took it for a ball. 2-2, count even. 2 outs, top of the first, no score. That breaking ball's in there, and strike 3 is called, and Cermak is set down for a 1-2-3 inning for Tommy Steyer. So he gets through the first inning clean. Blues go down 1-2-3 on a fly out to right, a strikeout swinging, and a strikeout looking. It's not how this offense has looked as of late. We actually saw the Cubs take a lead early in yesterday's ball game. Led 1-0. Blues would come back, plate 2, played a couple more. That final would go down 9-1. So even after trailing 1-0, they'd score 9 straight. And now the Blues welcome Heston Toll to the ball club. Heston Toll, his first start, his first appearance as a San Luis Obispo Blue. Just got to the team from the University of Arkansas. He's a freshman there, had his freshman season, a successful one at that. And Heston will make his Blues debut here in just a moment in the bottom of the first. Leading things off for the Seco Saints. Now, we had some confusion. Our the PA announcer here at Jackie Robinson Field was given the wrong starting lineup. So this is what it is tentatively. Jack Burden's playing center field and leading things off, followed by Justin Torres, the second baseman. Jake McMurray playing first base, bats third. Bo Willis, the DH, bats cleanup. Jack Grace in right field, bats fifth. Cooper Elliott manning the hot corner at third, bats sixth. Followed by Tanner Lindsley, the catcher, Devin Dixon, the shortstop, and rounding things out in the 9-hole is Jonah Sebring playing left field. And Heston Toll warming up right now with pitching coach Dean Traynor right alongside him. As mentioned it, Heston's debut. Toll, the 6'6" right-hander out of Wichita Falls, Texas, went to high school at IMG Academy. And we're in the perfect vantage point. Again, we got that look for you guys where we're right behind the plate. And we're under a canopy here at Jackie Robinson Field. We've got our camera up at the top of the canopy, taped in there. Had to improvise on the setup, but here we are. So no score as we head into the bottom of the first, and Heston Toll set for his first inning as a Blue. No face a Seco Saints offense that's only played 5 games. As a unit, batting .256, 43 total hits, 12 extra base, 6 doubles, 3 triples, 3 homers, and scored the majority of their runs this season, 14 against the Riptide. That was in their last game, and that was a victory down in Irvine. So they came away with that one. And if you're looking at what their lineup did, I mean, everyone drove in, at least a couple, walked once, at least got a hit, stole a base too. Just tremendous offensive numbers for the Seco Saints in their last ball game. Heston Toll looking to shut them down here early and leading things off as promised. Number 15, Jack Burden. He's the center fielder. And Toll will finish up his warm-up pitches. And we'll see what Toll's got.
Please, leading off for your
his Blues debut.
Saints. Center fielder from UC Berkeley, number 15, Jag Burden, number 15.
First pitch from Toll is outside, ball 1. Swung on and missed through that breaking ball, and it's 1-1 now. Burden, a sophomore out of Cal Berkeley, hometown of Huntington Beach, California. Yesterday went 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs, a walk, and a run scored. Pops that one up. It's 1-2. Seco Saints again coming in 3-2. Just got to win in Irvine. And Jack Burden leading things off, sporting his batting average of .333, behind 1-2 here early to Toll. Breaking ball outside, and we're even now at 2-2. 2-2 the count. No outs, bottom of the first, no score here at Jackie Robinson Field. Here's Toll to the plate. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Sets Burden down on 5 pitches, and Toll starts his Blues debut off with a strikeout.
19, Justin Torres.
Here is Justin Torres, second baseman. Torres, batting from the left side, awaits the first pitch from the righty Toll. It's a fastball that nips the edge for strike 1. And Toll gets ahead. Here is Justin Torres. And when you look at the offensive numbers for him, he's batting 1,000, but he's only had 1 official at-bat. And in that at-bat, he takes strike 2 on the breaking ball. Well, he homered. He hit a solo home run. Local kid out of Irvine. Or goes to Cal Irvine, hometown of San Bruno. This is only his 3rd game. Takes ball 1. Toll deals low and in the dirt. Ball 2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, and Toll has set him down on 2 Ks back-to-back. 2 outs now in the bottom of the first.
Next up,
strikes out Burden and strikes out Torres.
Oral Roberts, number 2.
Both on 2-2 counts.
Nick Murray, number 2.
Toll delivers strike 1 and looks sharp really early. Delivers strike 2 and is quickly ahead and is on the doorstep of a 1-2-3 inning, similarly to Tommy Stiers. Jake McMurray quickly behind 0-2. Breaking pitch is away, and it's 1-2 now. 1-2 from Toll. Fastball in there and got him with the strikeout. So Toll, welcome to the Blues. 3 strikeouts, 2 swinging, and 1 looking. Looks really sharp. The freshman out of Arkansas introduces himself to this 2021 season the best way he can, striking out the side in the bottom of the first, and that does it here through 1. No base runners, no score here, Jackie Robinson Field. Blues will have a chance to change that in the top of the second, and Tommy Steyer will be out there for his second inning of work. He set him down 1-2-3. He'll have to face Austin Shell to lead this one off, but Steyer looked sharp. And this only his second start. The ERA for him just in line with the entire pitching staff. His at a 4.90, pitching staff at 4.60. They've limited the walks in their 5 games. Have only walked 12 men. Blues have been prone to have lengthy at-bats that do result in base on balls. 56 strikeouts. That's about as many times as the Blues have struck out all season. Amazingly, we had the statistic in last night's game that in coming into the game against the Coastal Cubs on yesterday, on Tuesday. What day is it again?
Your attention, please. Leading off.
As I was saying, in 358 at-bats coming into that game against the Coastal Cubs, the Blues had only struck out 58 times. They were putting the ball in play. Steyer delivers strike 1 to Shell. Shell doing the catching today. Him and Gianni Bloom swap positions. Bloom doing the DHing today, and I guess that's what happens when you homer, as he homered in our last game against the Cubs yesterday. Second pitch is away. Ball 1, count even now at 1-1. So with the count even, Shell awaits the third pitch from Steyer. Fastball over the heart of the plate, and that's strike 2. Shell, just another one of those Blues that's batting over 400 on the season. 417. He's got 15 total hits, 11 RBIs, tied with Cermak. Fastball high. Count now 2-2. Shell, the one homer he had was up in Lincoln in the first series. On the first pitch he saw, sent it out, and then Cermak would follow as the Blues went back-to-back in that inning. 2-2. That one's fouled off to the right side. We'll do it all over again. Count still 2-2. Shell yesterday 0-2 with a couple strikeouts. Was also hit by a pitch twice. Here's the 2-2 from Steyer. Swung on and missed by Shell.
Now batting for the Blues, third base.
Third strikeout for Steyer already through 4 men he's set down. Kosteka led things off with a fly out to right, and Grotto, Cermak, and Shell have all struck out now. So Steyer faces Tate Samuelson, righty on righty here, and Samuelson arguably swinging one of the hotter bats in the Blues lineup. You can also say that about almost everyone. First pitch, inside, ball 1. The average for Samuelson, 320, a couple homers, already with 13 RBIs. He's only played in 7 games. This now his 8th. Popped up. Infield doesn't have a play on it. It drifts foul. That last game against the Cubs, 1 for 5 with a run scored. Arguably his best game in the 17-0 defeat of the Mudcats. Had 6 RBIs. That breaking ball is in there for strike 2. In the 17-0 rout of the Mudcats on Sunday, he went 2 for 4. 3 runs scored, a homer, and as we mentioned, 6 RBIs. 1-2, high ball 2. Samuelson in his second season with the Blues. It's like he never left. And the third baseman in a 2-2 count against Steyer. Trying to set down his 5th straight blue. That one's hit up, and it'll be a line out as it's hit right to Torres at second. So Samuelson lines out to second.
Please. Now batting for the Blues, first baseman, number 16, T.J. Clarkson.
And here is T.J. Clarkson. We see him batting 6th today and manning first base. Samuelson, the average at 438. We've seen him pitch. Pitched once, through 1 full inning, the lefty. Breaking ball outside from Steyer. It's ball 1. Steyer delivers the 1-0, and that one's hammered by Clarkson. This one's ranging back, and Grace is under it. So hit deep out to right, but nothing to show for it on the fly out. Blues go down 1-2-3 for the second straight inning. Shell strikes out. Samuelson lines out to second, and Clarkson flies out to right. So Tommy Steyer has set down the 6th that he has faced, and Heston Toll, who could not have been better in his first inning of work this season, is out to face the Seco Saints in his second inning of work. Arroyo Seco Saints. Bo Willis is doing the DHing. Will lead off this inning.
There's not a minute, hour, day, or night that I don't love you. You're at the top of my list, 'cause I'm always thinking of you.
I mentioned the Saints coming off their most impressive win of the season so far. They come in 3-2, have played a couple games against teams not in the CCL. Blues coming off of a win against one of those teams, the Coastal Cubs. Saints were playing teams from Ventura. Picked up some losses there, but again, the 14-4 victory against the Riptide, easily their most impressive. Everyone contributing in that one. It was a wire-to-wire victory. Finished with a 10-run win in that one, and now looking to defend home field here in Pasadena. It's a really cool area for a ballpark. Jackie Robinson Field here, right across from the Rose Bowl. And here is Bo Willis, as promised, and here is Heston Toll to start us out here in the bottom of the second. Still no score. And breaking pitch is outside ball 1. It was a sharp one, just not painted. That fastball is popped up and sent out into right. No threat as Trinka is under it for the first out.
Now batting for the Saints, right fielder from Creighton, number 7, Jack Grace.
Here is Jack Grace,
Number 7.
another kid out of Creighton on the Saints squad. Grace is a freshman at Creighton. Starting pitcher Tommy Steyer, a senior there. Toll delivers a fastball. It's fouled back. It's 0-1. 1 out, bottom of the second, still no score here in Pasadena. Grace originally from Western Springs, Illinois. 250 hitter. Couple walks, runs scored, only the 1 hit on the season. 1-1. That one's fouled straight back again as Toll works his way ahead. 1-2. That one, a breaking ball. 1 out, bottom of the second. Toll ahead on Grace, 1-2. Here's the 4th pitch of the at-bat. It's another sharp breaking ball. Half-hearted swing and a miss, and Toll has now struck out 4.
Now batting for the Saints, third baseman from Wichita State, number 3, Cooper Elliott.
Here is Cooper Elliott manning the hot corner at third. Cooper, a senior, but undecided on where he will be attending in the fall. Hometown of Andover, Kansas. That one slapped to Kosteka at second. He'll field on to Clarkson at first. And it's another 1-2-3 inning. So 6 up and 6 down for Heston Toll. And we'll go into the third inning scoreless. We're moving quickly in Pasadena. Happy to have you along with us on the Blue Streaming Network. Hello again, everybody. I'm Zach Ebrahim. Made the trip down with the team. Stopped for food on the way here. Got to talk to some of the guys. And interestingly enough, in what is a big week for the Blues. Got this league game here in Pasadena against the Saints. The team will head back to SLO tonight and travel to Santa Barbara tomorrow. That game against the Foresters, much anticipated by this coaching staff, all the players. But interestingly, for a game that's so big, I asked these Blues hitters, do you know what you're up against? Have you delved into the Foresters roster? Do you know what type of threat they present? And they go, even guys that are new to the CCL say, we understand that they win, and they win a lot. And that has been their main source of motivation. They have not delved into this pitching staff, and it's something they haven't done all year. And I asked them, how have you had so much success as an offensive unit if you're not diving into pitching staffs and what they're going to throw at you and you don't know what to expect? Well, they say, we might get off to slow starts, which hasn't been the case. Blues have only been held scoreless through 3 innings twice this season. It's about relaying information. It's about saying, this is what he's throwing up there. This is what it looks like, and don't be afraid to swing. This is also a coaching staff that wants their guys to be aggressive, no matter the score, and we've seen that plenty of times this year. Blues staying aggressive in counts and waiting on their pitches and delivering and barreling them up. Here's Tommy Steyer. We're in the top of the third now, and leading things off for the Blues is Johnny Bloom.
Your attention, please.
Doing the DHing.
For the Blues, designated hitter, number 27, Johnny Bloom.
Bloom, who homered yesterday, solo shot. First home run, third extra base hit for Bloom this season. Had 2 doubles to his credit already. Here's the first pitch in the top of the third from Steyer. Still no score here at Jackie Robinson Field. It's a fastball that's low, and the count is 1-0 on Bloom. Bloom hits that one out to left. Ranging back is Sebring. He'll have a look at it, and it is at the wall and down. It'll be a ground rule double. That one took a sharp hop out on the warning track in the dirt in left field and had one hop out of here. So it is a ground rule double. Bloom, who may have had a look at a triple at third, doubles for the third time this year. And another extra base hit for Bloom. He's 1 for 1 with a double. Safe at second, and here is Thomas Trinka. Trinka out of George Mason. Playing right field today. We've seen him shift from left to right. He's where he's comfortable now, in right field. And looking to stay comfortable at the plate. 250 hitter on the season with a man at second now. Pops one up and back. Steyer gets ahead 0-1. Blues first hit and base runner comes off the Bloom ground rule double. And here is Trinka looking to bring him in with no outs in the top of the third, behind 0-1 on Steyer. That second pitch is in there. Sharp fastball, and it's 0-2. Ruben Mercado is due up if Trinka is to reach. Trinka, one of 2 players from George Mason, teammates with Craig Miles. Popped up. Infield will have a look at it as it drifts foul. Count remains 0-2. Two RBIs on the season for Thomas. Drove those in games against the Mudcats. That was the first game of that series, a 14-1 victory against the Blues. In the third game of the season, an 8-6 win over the Potters. Finds himself with a runner in scoring position here. 1-2 is slapped to second. Torres on to first, and Bloom will advance to third on the ground out.
Now batting for the Blues.
Nothing new.
Shortstop.
Blues putting the ball in play and advancing runners. That first run of the game. Just 90 feet away now in the form of Johnny Bloom. And here's Ruben Mercado. One of many Blues infielders that just have tremendous hands. Flashes the glove work, and we love to see him take ground balls at second, especially right next to Tate Samuelson, who's quite talented himself. Ruben with a chance to drive one in for the Blues. One out, top of the third. Ruben shows bunt. It's fouled back towards us. 0-1. Safety squeeze on. We'll see if it is again. Talk to Ruben about what he's been seeing at the plate. You look at the average, it isn't as high as Ruben would like. It's below 200, and he just said, I need to shorten up my strike zone. I'm having a bit too much fun up there, just hacking away. Here's the 0-1. Take strike two. He said, if I was more patient in my at-bats, if I waited on my pitches, I'd have a better average than 190 on this season. He said, I haven't lost any confidence. It's just a matter of putting in the work and staying sharp mentally. Chance to do so here. 0-2. Runner at third for the Blues. That fastball is popped up. Ruben stays alive. There's still just one out in the top of the third. No score. So Bloom led off the inning with a double, then Trinka grounded out. That advanced him to third. And here's Ruben in his first at-bat. Mercado down 0-2 to Steyer, who just gave up his first hit. That one is slapped foul again. That was a high fastball. Ruben staying alive now has seen 4 pitches. 4 hits on the season, 3 RBIs. Senior at San Jose State. Played for head coach Bob Miller. Good friends with Mason Grotto. So he's good friends with any infielder. 0-2. That one's low, and it was an excellent take. So Mercado stays alive now, 1-2. In a 5-pitch at-bat. This will be the 6th of it. And Bloom still waiting over there at third base. Advanced on the ground out. Still 1 out top of the third. No score here at the home of the Arroyo Seco Saints. Jackie Robinson Field. Here's the 1-2 from Steyer. That's a breaking ball that's slapped foul, and Ruben stays alive again. We'll see a 7th pitch. And if you can hear the dugout cheering him on, everybody loves Ruben. Everyone loves each other on this team. These are guys that are just meeting each other a couple weeks ago. Now 11 games into this season and could not have meshed any better. Of course, winning helps with that. Fouled back again. He'll see an 8th pitch. Still 1-2. So in a game that was moving on lightning quick, Mercado is going to see an 8th pitch in this lengthy at-bat in which he stayed alive. An at-bat that saw him down 0-2, has worked it to 1-2, and has continued to foul pitches off from Tommy Steyer. Here is another 1-2. Fouled off again. And incredibly, Mercado will see a 9th pitch. That pitch had some wicked movement on it. It was way inside, and it may have been hit with the middle of Mercado's bat near the handle. But he'll stay in there. 1 out, top of the third, no score. Here's the 9th pitch to Mercado. Taken low, ball 2, and it'll reach double digits. So a 9-pitch at bat so far. Mercado will see a 10th. He's worked it now to even at 2-2.
Right here, boy. Oh,
Steyer deals a 2-2, 10th pitch to Mercado. Fouled off again. And these carbon copy swings that keep him alive will have him standing in to see a 11th pitch of this incredibly gutsy at-bat. Staying alive up there, was down 0-2 early, fouled a couple off, took a couple balls, and here we are. Bloom still at third, doubled to lead off the inning. And the first at-bat for Ruben, an absolute battle with Tommy Steyer. Here's another 2-2. Breaking ball that is popped out to center, and ranging on is Burden to make the catch. Bloom will tag up and head home. Throw is way wide. It's an RBI and a sacrifice fly for Ruben Mercado on a 12-pitch at-bat.
Now batting for the Blues, second baseman, number 9, Connor Costeca.
We'll work our way back to the top now, and Connor Costeca, his second at-bat. His first saw him fly out to right, but the Blues take the lead 1-0 on a sacrifice fly from Ruben Mercado out to center in what was an incredibly well-fought at-bat that Ruben ultimately won, driving in the first run of this one. 1-0. That one's high, ball 1. Costeca takes ball 1, and Steyer, who just gave up the first run of this ball game, looks in and deals the 1-0. In there for a strike, count even now at 1-1. Blues take the lead here early. Feels like we've said that all season. We're in the top of the third with 2 out now. One and one the count. Steyer is wide on that one. And it's 2-1. Two outs, top third, 1-0 Blues. Ruben Mercado just drove in that first run. That one's hit out to right. Absolutely massacred and gone. A solo home run for Connor Costeca, his first of the season. It's 2-0 Blues.
boy, Connor.
Your attention, please.
It's 2-0 Blues on the Costeca solo homer. Now 1 for 2. That's his first homer of the season for Connor. And here's Mason Grotto, who struck out swinging in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. Takes a fastball high from Steyer. Got to talk to Connor before this one and talked about, or asked him at least, what his favorite pitch to hit was. Said it was a breaking ball that is left a little up. He said everyone likes to hit fastballs down the middle, but breaking balls are slower. And if they're lifted, you got time to barrel it up. And I have to ask him after this one what pitch it was off of, but could have been that. Grotto takes way inside. It's 3-0. The count on him. It's 2-0 Blues. Mercado drove in Bloom on a sacrifice fly, and Costeca just killed a ball to right field. The 3-0 pitch is over the heart of the plate for strike 1, so it's 3-1 to Grotto. The layout here at Jackie Robinson Field, it's 364 to center, 345 to right. That's where Costeca went deep, 3-1. Grotto fouls it straight back. Count full now, 3-2, and its deepest part is out to left at 374. So a unique makeup here at Jackie Robinson Field. Costeca having a little bit of fun with that one. and sending that one to the shortest part of this one, out and right at 345. Full count, payoff pitch is taken low ball 4. Grotto will have a walk and be safe at first base.
Now batting for the Blues, center fielder, number 21, Ryan Cermak.
Here is Ryan Cermak. He struck out looking in his last at-bat. Him and Grotto, batting 2 and 3, have been the most productive Blues in terms of this offense. Just godly offensive numbers in terms of power, the extra base hitting totals, and, of course, my favorite to bring up, the RBI totals. Tate Samuelson is second in the team with 13, but, again, he only recently got here. Cermak all year has been glued into that 3-hole and playing center field. He's made tremendous plays out in center, has a cannon of an arm, and when he tried to throw a man out, or it did end up throwing a man out against the Mudcats, that saved a run. He said, when I catch a ball out in center and I have to throw home, I just let it eat. And he's done so a number of times this season. Grotto just took his 7th walk of the season. That now ties Austin Shell for the lead in that statistical category. Grotto, in terms of, if we take a total number of at-bats, leads the team, because he has more at-bats than TJ Clarkson. We could say he leads the team in batting average now at .452. Strike 1 to Cermak. Time was called in between that at-bat, so this is the first pitch he's seen. It's 0-1. Steyer pitches with Grotto at first. Has given up 2 in this inning. It's 2-0 Blues with 2 out in the top of the 3rd. Cermak takes way inside, and the count's even at 1-1. Righty on righty as Grotto takes off for second. Cermak swings and misses through a breaking ball, and Grotto is into second. He's safe. He'll now try for third as the throw went into the outfield. He'll be safe. Grotto steals second. Got a great jump on an off-speed pitch that Cermak eventually swung and missed through. In the process, the throw from behind the plate in Lindsay, that ended up in the outfield. Now Grotto has stolen 6 bases this season. Already led the team in that category. Now firmly ahead. 6 on the season. Next highest is Cermak, who's at the plate now with 4. And it's 1-2 to Ryan. With 2 outs in the top of the 3rd, it's 2-0 Blues. Grotto, after walking, stole second and is safe at 3rd. And Steyer, who was perfect through 2, has been hit here in the 3rd. It's 2-2 now as he delivers a ball to Cermak. Ryan's second in the team in hits, 17 behind Grotto's 19. Breaking ball, hit out to right, drifting into the glove of Grace, and he'll hold it in for the 3rd out. And that does it for us in the top of the 3rd, but the Blues tack on 2 in what was a productive inning. Bloom doubled to lead it off, and then Trinka advanced him on a ground out. Mercado would fight through a 12-pitch at-bat, fly out to center, and score him. That made it 1-0. Costeca followed with a bomb to right. Solo shot made it 2-0. Grotto walked, and Cermak flew out. But they do damage to Steyer and firmly have the lead now 2-0. And now give a cushion to Heston Toll, who's set to start his 3rd inning of work. Will be in the bottom of the 3rd, and leading things off for the Arroyo Seco Saints will be the man who's been doing the catching of Tommy Steyer, and that's Tanner Lindsley. Blues 1-0 in conference play. Beat the Academy Barons officially. You can go look it up. They won 8-0. Toll already with 4 strikeouts, a flyout and a ground out mixed in there. But he's been painting the corners and getting the swing and miss here early. So his first 2 innings as a Blue could not have gone any better. Heston, who just joined the team a while ago. Well, not a while ago, more recently. Here's the first pitch of the bottom of the third to Tanner Lindsley. Toll delivers outside ball 1. So officially on the Grotto stolen base, he did steal second, and then the throw out from Lindsley was ruled an error. So an E2 there on the throw that found its way into center field. That allowed Grotto to take third. Would not come around to score as Cermak flew out to right. But here we are, 2-0 Blues, bottom of the third. Toll in an even count, 1-1 on Tanner Lindsley. Ball out, and it's 2-1. Toll pitches to the same spot. Tried to get the call on the outside corner. Does not. It's 3-1 now. Steyer giving up his 4th and 5th hits on the season back in that one. That's grounded to Kosteka at second. He'll field it on to Clarkson. It's a ground out now, and he's set down the first 7 men that he's faced.
Number 4 from Central Arizona College, Devin Dixon.
Here's Devin Dixon, shortstop, and after back-to-back ground outs to second, Dixon will bat. 1 out, bottom of the third, and Heston Toll has looked more than sharp. Didn't get the chance to ask Coach Miller how long he expected Heston to go. He's had his guys go, his starters at least go 3, get in line for the win. If the pitch count's low enough, he'll let him go out for a 4th. Fastball's fouled straight back, and it's 0-1. We'll see what this day holds for Heston. Pitch count is low. He's been effective and efficient. He set down the first 7 men and is ahead 0-1 on Dixon. Here is the 0-1. That slider to the outside corner. I'll say Dixon checked his swing. It's 1-1. Sending that slider glove side. Now deals the third pitch of the at-bat. Same pitch. Dropped it on him. Got him to swing through it. It's 1-2. Dixon, who bats 8th, has Jonas Sebring due up. 1-2 from Toll. Got him swinging.
Now batting
5 strikeouts for Heston Toll. 4 swinging.
Johnson Community College, number 26, Jonah Sebring.
And here is Jonas Sebring, the
Number
left fielder.
26.
Toll in this inning has gotten Lindsley to ground out to second and Dixon to strike out. Here is Sebring. 2 outs, bottom of the third. 2-0 Blues our score. Fastball's high. It's 1-0. So we've seen him go with the high fastball. Fastball in the outside corner and the slider glove side. That's how we got Dixon out. 1-0. That fastball high is popped up. Infield will have a look just for a moment as it drifts foul. Count will be even at 1-1. Sebring awaits the 1-1 and hits it sharply to right. It is foul. Hit on a line, but not fair. So now Toll will get ahead 1-2. And for the second straight man, is in a 2-strike count. And the last time that resulted in a strikeout. A strike away from setting down the first 9. Here's the 1-2. popped up into the stands, and we'll do it all over again. Two outs, bottom of the third. 2-0 Blues, and a 1-2 to Sebring. Slider, got him, swinging. Toll has struck out 6 and has set down the first 9. He's perfect through 3.
So happy when I'm not with you, but when you saw me, caught you by surprise. A single teardrop falling from your eyes.
That does it for us through 3. We'll enter the top of the 4th. Blues bats will be back up. It'll be Shell due up. It'll be Tommy Steyer out there for a 4th inning of work. Gave up 2 back in the 3rd. The matchup between him and Toll, it was awesome through 2 for both men. Blues offense would come alive in the 3rd, and Toll would continue on and be awesome in the bottom of the 3rd. So it's 2-0 Blues, looking for a 6th consecutive win. Have won 5 straight coming into this one. And looking to go 2-0 in conference play. A chance to do so today, and a chance for another win in conference play tomorrow against the Foresters. In Santa Barbara, we'll have that one for you here on the Blue Streaming Network. Same place, same time, but we're happy to have you along for us here in Pasadena for this one. It's 2-0 Blues, and they look sharp to start. Here's Austin Shell to lead off the top of the 4th. Blues come in 9-1.
Your attention, please. Leading off for the Blues, catcher, number 23, Austin Shell.
First pitch to Shell in this inning. Top of the 4th. Steyer still out there. Swung on and missed by Austin. Ahead 0-1 on Shell. And breaking pitch is in there. 0-2 now. Shell, who struck out swinging back in the 2nd. So Steyer ahead 0-2 and looking to have a much quicker inning than he did in the 3rd. Fastball is sent out to right by Shell. Grace is ranging on into foul territory now. Slides to make the catch. Wow, what a play. Jack Grace does range on and makes the catch
Now
for the first out.
For the Blues, third baseman, number 3, Tate Samuelson.
Shell's 0 for 2. Here's Samuelson, who lined out to 2nd. Tate Samuelson, again, this is only his 8th game. Blues have played 11 now. Already 2nd in the team in RBIs. Takes ball 1. 2 homers, leads the team in that category. Only Blue with 2 homers. You've heard me say Cermak has 2. That's if I included the 9th inning of the game at Compton Youth Academy. He did homer there. That one's hit foul. Actually, fair. That's a fair ball. Samuelson hits that one to left, trying for 2. The throw into 2nd is in time to get him. So Samuelson would have been safe at first, trying for 2 on a ball that got by Elliott at 3rd, just barely.
Your attention, please. Now batting for the Blues.
He's out at 2nd. So Samuelson looks like he singled and then was thrown out at 2nd. Here is TJ Clarkson. Swung on and missed through the first pitch. Steyer already with 2 quick outs in the top of the 4th. It's 2-0 Blues, and ahead 0-1 on Clarkson, who flew out to right in his first at-bat back in the second. Hit on a line to first and by McMurray. But they'll say it was foul. So the count will be 0-2 on TJ. He'll march back to the plate, pick up his bat, and be in an 0-2 hole here against Steyer, who's on the doorstep of his third 1-2-3 inning. Just a strike away from that. 2 outs, top fourth. You're at Jackie Robinson Field. Oh, 2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So Steyer does indeed set him down 1-2-3, sandwiched in between an inning where the Blues plated 2. Steyer has set down the Blues without any trouble. That gives him now 5 strikeouts on the day. Coming into today, he only had 3, now 8 on the season for Tommy Steyer.
Daddy had him swinging from the time he was staying out in the sandlot.
Still Heston Toll out there. He will indeed go out for a 4th inning of work. He's been given the 2-run cushion by this offense, and every pitcher can say that so far this season.
You hear him say, "Load up the faces, fire up the crowd, let's clear out the dugout, we're gonna get rid out, just roll me a fastball, smoke from the mound, we're gonna say he just walks away, I'm gonna not walk now."
Toll warms up, and while we have a moment, want to thank one of our generous sponsors of Blues Baseball, Via Automotive. They've been with the Blues since 1946, all 75 years of the team's existence. If you are in need of any automotive repairs whatsoever, check out our friends at Via Automotive, where their slogan is, "Our family, taking care of your family." Bottom of the 4th now, and it will be
number 15, Jag
Burden, who led off the game with a strikeout. One of 3 strikeout victims of Toll back in the first as he struck out the side. Toll's got 6 so far to his credit. It's his first start for the Blues. First pitch to Burden, swung on and missed. A 1 to Burden. That one's hit out to right. That had the sound of something dangerous. Instead, Trinka will range on to make the play. And it's the first out.
Now batting for the Saints, second baseman, number 19, Justin Torres. Number 19.
Fly out to right. Burden is 0 for 2. Here is Justin Torres. Toll deals to Torres. Ball 1. One thing we've seen is Toll working his way ahead in the count. First pitch strikes, whether he gets him to swing through it or he paints the corner. Behind 1-0 on Justin Torres. And Torres hits one to the opposite field and left. It'll drop for a base hit. It's the first hit and base runner of the day for the Arroyo Seco Saints. And
Now
it's a
batting
single
for the
by
Saints,
Justin Torres.
First baseman, number 2, Jake McMurray.
So Jake
Number
McMurray,
2.
who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout, will hit with Torres at first on a single he hit to the opposite field. Dropped out in the left in front of Grotto. And now the Saints have a base runner, and Toll will deal with that and pitch out of the stretch for the first time with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Delivers ball 1 on a breaking ball. So it's Torres safe at first. 1-0 from Toll. That breaking ball is in there for a strike. 1-1 now. I mean, the breaking stuff has looked so sharp from Heston. That's what he's been getting the swing and miss on, and that time he's able to get it perfectly over the plate and nip it. Nip the strike zone, that is, and it's 1-1. 1 out. Bottom of the fourth. This will throw over to first to check on Torres. He'll be safe. Toll has given up the 1 hit now. Struck out 6. Gives up the hit on the 11th man he faced. Set down the first 10 he saw in this ball game. Here's a 1-1 to McMurray. Hit out to center. Cermak ranges back and makes the catch. Torres will not tag up, and it's the second out.
Now batting for the Saints, the designated hitter, number 16, Bo Willis.
Here's Bo Willis.
Number 16.
Full out to right. He's 0 for 1 today. First name is John, goes by Bo. Sophomore at Weatherford College, hometown of Magnolia, Texas. A lot of guys from Texas on the Arroyo Seco Saints. 300 hitter. Just the RBI to his credit. Throw over to first, checks on Torres again. He'll be safe. Hit on a line past Samuelson. Or Samuelson will field it, that is, and look like it might get by him. Hit sharply to Tate over at third. And tried to make the throw over to first from his
Now
knee.
for the Saints, right fielder, number 7.
And Willis will be safe at first with a single.
Number 7.
Here's Jack Grace, who just made a great sliding catch in the last inning. So the Seco Saints now, Arroyo Seco Saints now with 2 men on, first and second. Here's the first pitch from Heston Toll. That fastball's in there for a strike. So Toll dealing with some traffic now. 2 singles have men on first and second. It's Torres at second and Willis at first. Still 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. Toll deals to Grace. 0-1. Hit foul. 0-2. Men on first and second. 0-2. With 2 outs to Grace. Fouls that one back. Grace, who has been one of Toll's 6 strikeout victims on the day, is in an 0-2 hole. And with two men on, a base hit could allow the Saints to scratch and cut into this 2-run deficit right now. Toll has other ideas. Heston will look in and get the sign from Austin Shell. He'll come set after he checks second and now deal to the plate. 0-2. Slider, that one was hung a bit, and drifting out into right, Trinka will be under it, battle the sun slightly, but make the catch for the third out. That does it for us through 4. And in the bottom of the fourth, the Arroyo Seco Saints threaten, but do not bring a man in. Singles by Torres and Willis get men on first and second. Toll pitches around it. 3 flyouts get him the 3 outs he needs to get through 4 scoreless.
I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry, 'cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you.
Moving along, we'll be in the top of the 5th. Blues bats back up. Johnny Bloom, who's 1 for 1 with a double, he is due up. And out there, still, is Tommy Steyer. We mentioned he's been great in 3 of his 4 innings. Just that third is when the Blues got to him. 2 extra base hits, allowed 2 runs to score. And as Steyer warms up to some Marvin Gaye, he'll to look to continue the trend of setting Blues down 1-2-3 in innings, but San Luis Obispo has other ideas. They're hunting a 10th win in 11 games. And what's a big week for the Blues? A couple games in conference play, then we'll come home. Humboldt Crabs will come in.
Your attention, please. Leading off for the Blues, designated hitter, number 27, Johnny Bloom.
Here's the DH. Bloom doubled to lead off the third, came around to score on a Mercado sacrifice fly to center. Here's his second at bat against Steyer. Breaking pitch in there. Strike one. No outs. Top of the fifth. It's still 2-0 Blues. No one. Breaking pitch hit foul to the left side. It's 0-2 now. Bloom has shown off the power in his limited at-bats. I say limited. This is 22nd of the season, but got 7 total hits. Of those 7 hits, 8 now, excuse me. Of those 8 hits, half are doubles. Solo homer mixed in there. Gave him his 7th RBI on the season yesterday. 6 walks to his credit as well. It's 1-2. Steyer looks in and deals. Broken bat.
Give it to a kid.
Got to get a new bat. Heard that one from here. Wood snapped on him. Hit it foul. Count still 1-2. No outs. Top of the fifth. We mentioned after this one, Blues will head home, then head down to Santa Barbara. Quick trip. Shortest trip of the year that the Blues can make on the road. Just a couple hours. Play the Foresters. First of many matchups with them this year. Then they'll welcome the Humboldt Crabs. And I've just been informed that the Blues and Crabs are 2 teams that have been around for quite a while. Crabs since 45, Blues since 46. This, of course, the 75th season of San Luis Obispo Blues baseball. And we're happy you're enjoying it on the Blue Streaming Network. Bloom hits another one foul towards the Saints dugout. Count remains the same. Still no outs, top of the fifth. Bloom out of Santa Barbara. A senior there at UCSB. Swings and misses at a breaking pitch. He's down on strikes.
Now batting for the Blues.
Here comes Trinka, who advanced Bloom on his double back in the third. But Bloom, who strikes out swinging the first out of this fifth, and Trinka will bat with no one on and 1 out. Blues still leading 2-0, and Tommy Steyer still out there. He's now through 4 1/3 innings. Trinka hits one foul. It dribbles to the left side, and it's 0-1. Steyer getting ahead now on Blues hitters. Trinka only the 1 extra base hit, but 6 other singles mixed in there. Went 1 for 2 yesterday against the Cubs. Also walked and scored a run. One and one now. The count even to Trinka. And he'll look inside at ball 2. Two and one now. Looping pitch in there for strike 2. Will be even now at 2-2. Trinka is out of Centerville. Virginia kid. Family in the area. They're housing him and Craig Miles. 2-2. Swung on and missed strike 3. Blues go down on K's in back-to-back at-bats. There's now 2 out for Ruben Mercado.
Now batting for the Blues, shortstop, number 1, Ruben Mercado.
2 outs for Mercado, no one on. Top of the 5th, Steyer. And they had a battle last time up. Mercado saw 12 pitches from him, eventually sent one out to center. That scored a run. That scored Bloom, who was at third. And it was a great thing to see from Mercado, a guy with the batting average at 190 coming into today. Fouls another one back. It's 0-2 now. This is exactly how we saw the last at-bat start. Ruben started 0 for 2, worked his way back to 2-2. Saw 8 more pitches and drove in a run. Great sign for the senior out of San Jose State. Played under Bob Miller, one of Coach's favorites. It is 0-2, but that hasn't stopped Mercado before. And it's righty on righty as Steyer looks in and deals. Mercado pops that one up. Infield is ranging over. It's Elliott who calls it off. He comes in from third to make the play, and the side is retired. So Steyer has set the Blues down 1-2-3, and now 4 of his 5 innings pitched. He gave up 2 runs in the third, and that's where we stand. Blues lead 2-0. We'll see who they send out there on the mound for the bottom of the 5th. Will it be Heston Toll? Will it be someone new? We'll let you know in just a moment. I'm going to take a short break on the Blues Streaming Network. Here's Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah, right.
Your attention, please. Pitching change for the Blues. Now pitching, number 44 from USC, Kyle Wish, number 44.
So the day is over for Heston Toll, but what a debut it was here in 2021. He says hello to the summer with 6 strikeouts, only allowed 2 hits, both coming in the 4th, worked his way around it, induced 3 flyouts. Just awesome watching him deal and cannot wait. Some of these Blues pitchers, I mean, they go out and they pitch a couple and you're just saying, man, you know, obviously Coach Miller wants to get as many guys in the game as possible, as many that allows it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
would have loved to see
for the Saints.
some of these guys go a little deeper into games, but in what they're asked to do, they have been just awesome, and Heston sure was today. New pitcher on the mound. You heard it from the PA announcer. It's number 44, sophomore at USC, Kyle Wish. Wish, the right-hander, will look in and deal to Cooper Elliott, the third baseman. We're in the bottom of the 5th, and it's 2-0 Blues. Swung on and missed there. Wish gets ahead 0-1. Pitch types for Kyle. 2-seamer with sinking action, nasty slider, curveball, and a changeup. 0-1. Wish deals. Look like that 2-seamer maybe. 0-2. This is a guy that talks about the pitches he throws with a lot of detail. He knows what they do. He knows how he is able to manipulate them to make them break the way that they do. And quickly ahead 0-2 on Elliott. High fastball. 1-2 now. No outs, bottom of the 5th. Blues up 2. We're right across the street from the Rose Bowl. Here at Jackie Robinson Field. And it's 1-2. Wish to Elliott. That curveball's in the dirt. It's 2-2 now. Kyle was quickly ahead, and Elliott's worked his way back with 2 good takes. And Kyle's still waiting for that put-out pitch. Kyle transferred from Nebraska. native of Illinois, 2-2. Fouled straight back. And if you're wondering, we're not flinching in any of those. Protected here by the fence. Kyle was a top 15 pitcher in the state of Illinois in terms of rankings, even after a injury kept him out of his senior year of pitching. So 3 years of work. That one's way inside and low. It's now full at 3-2. Kyle's thrown 3 straight balls after getting ahead 0-2, but senior year of high school, an injury in what would have been his senior season, in what he'll probably tell you would have been his best year of high school, still finished top 15 in the rankings. Payoff pitch is fouled back, and now Cooper Elliott's in a battle with Kyle Wish. Elliott grounded out to second in his first at-bat, back in the second, so he's 0 for 1. But now leading off the bottom of the fifth with his team trailing 2-0. Righty on lefty. Pop straight up. And it is out of here. Foul. This is the longest at-bat for any Arroyo Seco Saint. And here's the second payoff pitch from Wish. Slapped over to first. Clarkson fields it, tosses onto Wish at first for the out. TJ was in between taking that one himself unassisted or tossing to Kyle. He did so.
Tanner Lindsley.
And that's the first out. One quick out. Well, it wasn't quite quick. It was a lengthy at-bat. And here is Tanner Lindsley. He also grounded out to second. That led off third. So he's 0 for 1. And Wish will deal to the second straight lefty in this Saints lineup. Fastball swung on and hit foul. Wish gets ahead 0-1. Saw him get ahead 0-2 on Elliott, throw 3 straight balls, and eventually get Cooper to ground out. A 1 from Wish. Looked like a good pitch. I'll say it missed, and it's 1-1. So the count even with 1 out in the bottom of the fifth. 2-0 Blues here. One. Low ball 2. Mentioned that 2-seamer has some sinking action. It's not something he does on purpose. It's just the way it happens to break. Says he likes to throw it inside against lefties and righties. See what he goes to on the 2-1. Looked like a fastball. It's hit right back at him, up into center field, but not before Mercado fields it and tosses onto first. They'll say it pulled Clarkson off the bag, and he'll be safe.
Your attention, please. Now batting for the Saints. Shortstop, number 4, Devin Dixon. Number 4.
So Lindsley is safe at first, and that'll bring up Devin Dixon. That one looked like it was going to make its way up into center field, not before Ruben Mercado ranged on and fielded it, tossed to Clarkson, but they'll say it pulled TJ off the bag, and it results in Lindsley being safe at first. It's a single for Lindsley. Third hit of the day for this Arroyo Seco Saints. And here's Dixon, a strikeout victim already, to face Wish out of the stretch. Curveball, beautifully put in there for strike 1. Tanner Lindsley, a former Blue. Played with the SLO Blues back in 2019. 0-1. That one's low. So 1-1 the count to Dixon. Lindsley, who singled, is safe at first. Once a blue, now an Arroyo Seco Saint. Curveball swung on and missed. It is now 1-2. And Wish has the breaking stuff working against Dixon, who's already struck out once, is ahead in the count 1-2. 1 out, bottom of the fifth, it's 2-1 Blues. 2-0 Blues, excuse me. Third straight breaking pitch got him to swing through that one half-heartedly, and it's the second out as Dixon has struck out for the second time tonight.
Sebring, number 26.
Sebring also 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and Wish, who got Elliott to ground out, allowed Lindsley to single. Struck out Dixon, and now has a chance to pitch around the base hit by Tanner Lindsley, who's doing the catching today. Fastball in there, strike one. Due up is Jag Burden if Sebring is to reach. Wish is pitching out of the stretch with Lindsley at first, and it's 0-1. Breaking pitch to the outside. That's how we got Dixon to strike out, and it's even now at 1-1 as Sebring took it for a ball. Two outs, bottom five. Runner on first, and Wish dealing to Sebring. That one's in the dirt. It's bounced. Shell quickly out of his stance. Does not allow Lindsley to possibly take off for second. Lindsley, hometown of Carthage, Texas, junior at Oral Roberts. Did not have a hit coming into today in his 6 at-bats. That's single, his first base hit of the year. He finds himself safe with 2 outs in the bottom of the fifth. 2-1 the count now to Sebring. Still 2-0 Blues. Wish on the mound to protect it, pitching in his first inning of relief of Heston Toll. A sophomore out of USC deals a fastball in there, and it's fouled off now 2-2. Kyle Wish, one of 3 Blues from the state of Illinois. Guys making their way here and spending their summer in the Central Coast. Doesn't get any better than that, especially playing baseball. These guys working on their game and winning in the process. Wish checks first out of the corner of his eye and now deals a 2-2. That one's hit on a hop to Mercado. One hopper he'll throw on to second, and Costeca keeps his foot on the bag for the third out. Saints have singled 3 times, have been able to do anything with those base runners. New pitcher on the mound for the Arroyo Seco Saints. Day is done for Tommy Steyer. We'll get you his official line and the new face on the mound. We'll introduce you to him in just a moment. I'm going to take a short break on the Blue Streaming Network. Thanks for hanging out.
Your attention, please. Pitching change for the Saints. Now.
On the mound for the Saints, new face, left-hander, Dominic Dorado, junior at Binghamton University, hometown of Vestal, New York. This will be his third game of the season. He comes in 0-1. He's only pitched the 3 innings. In those, he struck out 4, allowed a walk and 2 hits. Only 1 earned run on the season on the 1 hit. Last pitched on the 18th. Dorado, one of several Saints that bat and throw with different hands. So he bats, if he were to hit with his right hand, he'd bat from the right side of the plate. And then he throws, he's a lefty. Peyton Lewis not playing today. He bats left-handed and throws right-handed. Connor Bradshaw, also not going to see him today, possibly. He also bats left-handed and throws right-handed, but it's a trend you see here when you're looking at the Saints roster. Dorado set on to pitch in relief of Tommy Steyer. Steyer officially went 5 full, struck out 7, allowed the 2 runs on 3 hits.
Leading off.
Gave up a double to Bloom, a home run to Costeca, and a single to Samuelson that saw him get thrown out at second. Mixed in there is a walk and a couple flyouts and groundouts. Not a bad day for Tommy Steyer whatsoever, especially given what this Blues offense has done to opposing pitchers. Here's Connor Costeca to lead things off for us in the top of the 6th now. 2-0 Blues, and Costeca, who homered in his last at-bat. The lefty taking advantage of the short porch out and right. Short porch here in Jackie Robinson Field. 345. Hit 1 out. Back in the 3rd. Takes ball 1 from Dorado. Takes ball 2. Quickly ahead now in the count. 1 for 2 with that homer. First homer of the season for Connor. 2-0 count against Dorado. Way inside, ball 3. So the batting average only rising for Costeca. Came into today 383. Adds to the RBI total. The solo homer gives him 3 now. And on the doorstep of a possible 6th walk in a 3-0 count against Dorado. Or maybe that light screen and he can get something to let loose on. 3-0. Well, it's in there for a strike. It's 3-1. Sun beginning to set here and floodlights coming on here at Jackie Robinson Field. We can see the scoreboard better. That is one thing that is good for us. 2-0 Blues, and it's 3-1 to Costeca. That one hit foul to the opposite side. Count will be full at 3-2. Costeca, who is ahead 3-0. Dorado has worked his way back and thrown 2 straight strikes. Costeca, a senior at Biola. That's in Los Angeles. Parents recently moved to San Luis Obispo, and he said, hey, why not spend my summer here? Hit back to Dorado on the mound. He'll toss on to McMurray on first for the first out. And it's a ground out for Costeca. He's now 1 for 3.
Number 15, Mason Grotto.
Here is Mason Grotto, who has struck out and walked. That walk gave him 7. Grotto leads the team in batting average, stolen bases, RBIs, walks, and hits. I chuckle because it's awesome. Grotto's been just so locked in at the plate. 1-0. Mason took ball 1. Oh, and doubles. Excuse me. 6 doubles to his credit. The next highest Blue has 3. 2-0 now. So the man that leads this offense statistically ahead 2-0 on Dorado. 1 out in the top of the 6th. Costeca just grounded out to the mound. High ball 3. And on the doorstep of another walk, possibly. 3-0 count. And Dorado dealing to the righty at the plate. Deals one over the heart of the plate. It's now 3-1. And the lefty Dorado gets it down to 3-1. And Grotto looks in, playing left field today, one of 5 defensive positions he's played. The senior at Fresno State, the Bulldog, also played for Coach Miller. Hits that one out to right. This one's going back, and Grace has it at the warning track for the second out.
Now batting for the Blues, center fielder, number 21, Ryan Cermak.
There is Ryan Cermak, 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. Cermak has struck out looking and swinging. In the process of his at-bat in the third, Grotto stole second and advanced on a throwing error. Ball 1, Dorado deals to the second straight righty at the plate for the Blues, and Ryan Cermak. Ryan, who played basketball in high school, could do it all. 5-tool center fielder for the Blues this summer, making his imprint here early in the season. This game 11 for the Blues. Hits that one out into right center. That'll drop. Base hit for Cermak. And with that speed, he'll range around first and drive for second. Man, look at him turn on the jets. Shows off the wheels. Turns what would be a single for some into a double. Cermak doubles.
Attention, please. Now batting for the Blues, catcher, number 23, Austin Shell.
Austin Shell will bat now with Cermak at second. He has doubled again. Another extra base hit for Ryan. He leads the team in that category altogether. Doubles, triples, and homers. Now his 4th double. He's got 2 triples and a homer to his credit. Here comes Austin Shell, who knows about hitting the ball hard and knows about driving men in. 11 ribbies for Shell. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Top of the 6th, excuse me. Bats with a man on second. Austin 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a fly out to right. Thinking about throwing over to second is Dorado. Cermak dancing over there at second. Dorado comes to the plate. Shell pops that one up out to right. It is Grace ranging on. He's had a lot of work today over in right in the process. Cermak will tag, but of course the catch made for the 3rd out. A ground out and 2 flyouts to right overlaps a double from Cermak. So he doubles, but all for naught. Blues get a man on second. But after the Shell flyout, that's it for the Blues in the 6th. They still lead 2-0. Let's head into the bottom of the 6th. And Kyle Wish still on the mound and set to start his 2nd inning of relief, still with that 2-0 lead. As temperatures begin to cool here in Pasadena. We're happy to have you along with us on the Blue Streaming Network.
Keep on riding, riding on
Now on to the bottom of the sixth. And leading things
Your
off
attention, please.
for
Leading
the
off
Saints,
for the Saints,
the man who led off
center
this
fielder,
game,
number 15,
Jag Burton.
Jag Burton.
Wish
Number
back on.
15.
He set him down. He got a ground out to Elliott, allowed the single to Tanner Lindsley, struck out Dixon, and then got Sebring to ground out. That ended the inning. Now facing Burton for the first time today. Deals ball one away, and Burton quickly ahead 1-0. Burton, the sophomore at Cal Berkeley, hometown of Huntington Beach, and one of many Saints that did a lot of work in the 14-run performance against the Riptide. Swings and misses through that one as the count gets even. You went 2 for 5, Jag did, with 2 ribbies, a walk, and a run scored. Has struck out and flown out today, 0 for 2. 1-1 to Wish. Gets that one to fly out to left. Grotto ranges on. First time he's seen
Now
action
batting
today.
For the Saints, second baseman, number 19,
In the outfield.
Justin Torres.
Fly out to left gets the reliever, right-handed reliever Kyle Wish underway in the sixth. 1 out, bottom of the sixth. And here is Justin Torres, a man who's responsible for 1 of 3 singles the Saints have hit today. And another lefty on the mound. Wish deals. That breaking pitch is a bit low, and it's ball 1. One thing that's not rare is seeing Wish go to the breaking stuff early in the count. He's that confident in it that if it's taken, it'll be a strike. And, of course, if it's swung on, it won't be hit. Here's the 1-0. Or the fastball low there. It's 2-0 now. That one's hit on a line out to center. Cermak ranges back. Cermak leaps. It's over his head. It's at the wall. And they'll say it is over the wall for a ground rule double.
Your attention, please. Now batting for the Saints.
So the second ground rule double that's been hit today. Johnny Bloom led off the third with 1 for the Blues. And Justin Torres, who now has his second extra base hit on this year. He hits himself a ground rule double. Again, we mentioned earlier, this is only his third game. Junior out of California Irvine University. In his first at-bat of the season, went deep. Solo homer. Was batting 1,000 coming into today. And Heston Toll quickly changed that fate. Made him a 500 hitter with a strikeout. He got it back up with a single. And, well, the average will rise back up again. Ground rule double gets Torres on second with 1 out in the bottom of the sixth. And Wish deals another breaking ball to the plate in the dirt ball 1. So Torres is 2 for 3, single and a double, strikeout mixed in there. Here's Jake McMurray, who just took ball 1. He has struck out and flown out to center. Now he takes ball 2 and is ahead on Wish in the count.
I know for sure it happened in 9 because maybe that was the 9.
Wish takes his time and deals out of the stretch after giving up the double to Torres.
It was the 8.
That one's hit on a line past Clarkson, fair ball.
You're right. It was the 8.
Coming in to score is Torres, and trying for second is McMurray. He'll be in with a double, an RBI double at that gets the Arroyo Seco Saints on the board. It's now 2-1. So back-to-back doubles given up by Kyle Wish. Torres started it with a ground rule double. McMurray follows one up that's hit sharply down the right field line past the glove of TJ Clarkson. He's now safe at second as he drives in Torres to make it 2-1. Blues still lead, and Wish still out there. Only 1 out still in the bottom of the sixth. Here in Pasadena, the Saints scratch, and it's 2-1. Closest it's been. Blues plated 2 back in the third. And now the Saints get on the board, plating 1 in the bottom of the sixth. The inning, of course, not over. McMurray safe at second, and Willis at the plate. Breaking pitch. Taken for a strike. Willis has also singled. 1 for 2 today. Wish checks second. Now deals. Another breaking pitch. In the dirt now. It's even at 1-1. So that's the first run Kyle's given up all year. It's actually only the second hit. Excuse me, third. The Tanner Lindsley single back in the 5th. That was the second hit he gave up. Now he's given up 4 on back-to-back doubles. That's made this one 2-1. Throws over. Checking on McMurray at second. Kosteka fielded it, applied the tag. Of course, he was safe. Kyle comes in last having pitched on the 20th. That was in that 17-0 defeat. He pitched the last inning, got the final 3 outs. This is 4th game. One and 1 to Bo Willis. After Kyle Wish just gave up his first run of the season. 2-seamer in there for a strike. It's 1-2. In the 3rd game of the season against the Potters, and then the 4th against the Barons, he went 2 full innings in both. Went 1 inning. Back on the 20th. Has gotten through 1 1/3 so far. Breaking pitch slapped over to Samuelson at 3rd. He'll gun on to Clarkson at 1st for that key second out.
Now batting for the Saints, right fielder, number 7, Jack Grace.
So now there are 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th, and Jake McMurray still on second. He drove in the 1 run so far today for the Arroyo Seco Saints. It is 2-1. Blues still with the lead, but Jack Grace, who's been playing right field today and has had plenty of balls hit to him, is going to look to make an imprint with the bat, as he's already done so defensively with the glove. And awaits the first pitch from Kyle Wish. It's swung on and missed for strike 1. In a game that's moving on rather quickly. About 1:45 into this one. And last game against the Cubs was the first game all year for the Blues that didn't take 3 hours. About 2:55. A trend continuing as the pitching in this one, except for a couple innings, this one for the Blues and the 3rd for the Saints. Those innings have been relatively clean. Count now 1-1 to Grace. Breaking pitch missed for Wish. Went to the 2-seamer on the first one. What awaits Grace for the 3rd? 1-1. Hit out to right and drifting foul. Trinka unable to range on as that one got away. It's 1-2 now as Wish works his way ahead in the count. This inning has seen it become 2-1 now. McMurray safe at second. The reason for it, drove in Torres on a double. Here's the 1-2 to Grace. Hit out to right field and foul again. Wish taps his chest as if to say my bad to Austin Shell. Possibly missed the pitch location there that him and Austin were trying to get. Grace hits it foul. We'll do it all over again. Situation remaining the same with the runner on second. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. A 1-2 count, and the Blues lead 2-1. Wish checks second. Now comes to the plate. Breaking ball. Popped up. Back into right. Clarkson's ranging on. I can't even see him now. He's beyond the Blues dugout. I mean, you want to talk about some hustle. TJ Clarkson covering a lot of ground. and unable to make the catch, so we will do it all over again. Our range of vision, it is limited beyond the right field foul pole, as Clarkson found himself away behind the Blues dugout and just disappeared from my line of sight. Appeared to have not caught it. That is the call. It is 1-2 still on Jack Grace. And what has become a competitive at-bat, and Wish still trying to put him away with 2 strikes. That breaking ball is in there for strike 3, and he finally got him. He'll get him looking to end the inning. That does it for us here through 6. In a game that's flying by, it's 2-1 Blues. The Arroyo Seco Saints scratch and get their first run. It's 2-1, and the Blues will be up to bat in the top of the 7th. And it was a lovely day today, as we hear Bill Withers over the loudspeakers. The Blues came in a trip that only took about 3.5, maybe 4 hours. When the team bus stopped to get food, the guys got an extra 30 minutes to just stretch their legs, get some more food, be as ready as they can for this one, and they have shown it. Tighter than they would have liked and tighter than they've been used to. It is 2-1 as we'll head to the top of the 7th, and Dominic Dorado will still be out there.
Seemed impossible to feel when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be.
So it'll be Dorado back out again, and he'll face Tate Samuelson to lead things off for the Blues. After the Arroyo Seco Saints plated 1, it's 2-1. Back-to-back doubles are how that happened to Kyle Wish, but he was able to pitch around McMurray at second.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Leading off for the Blues, number 3, third baseman.
The Saints had great
Samuelson.
at-bats in that inning, I must say, and they were really taking pitches that were off the plate and then trying to at least stay alive and hit some foul. Here we are in the top of the 7th. Samuelson at the plate. He has singled but was thrown out at second in the process. He has also lined out to second, so he's hit 2 balls hard. And in play, he takes away inside ball 1. Dorado still out there for the Saints. Dorado looks in. It's 1-0 on Samuelson. Now it's 1-1. Fastball, bottom part of the zone is called for a strike. Dorado, longest he's gone all season is 2 innings. Trying to get the first out in the second here. We're in the top of the 7th. It's 2-1 Blues. And a 1-1 count to Tate Samuelson. Fastball high, foul tipped into the glove of Lindsley. A Saints offense that was hitting 256 coming into this one, added to their extra base total. 2 doubles gives them now 8 on the season. Mason Grotto's almost got that by himself. 1-2. Fouled straight back. I did not flinch. One, two, and we'll do it all over again.
Baseball stuck to the fence. One there and one up there.
Dorado deals to the lefty, Samuelson at the plate. 1-2, high, or even now at 2-2. Asked Tate in a post-game interview earlier last week, what do you like to do better? Hit a double in the gap? So he didn't go around that one. It's now 3-2. The count is full. Anyway, I asked Tate, what do you like to do better? You like to hit a double in the gap or field a one-hopper or a chopper at third? I told him I know what I like watching you do better, and that's field grounders at third. He just does it so fluidly. Payoff pitch. Foul, and we'll do it all over again. He said, I like to hit. It's not even close, and he's done that. He's done that and shown off the glove work with the Blues so far this season. Another 3-2 pitch upcoming. 2-1 Blues, second straight payoff pitch from Dorado to Samuelson is outside, and Tate will have a walk and be safe at first to lead off the Blues' seventh.
Now batting for the Blues, first baseman, number 16, TJ Clarkson.
Here is TJ, 0 for 2 today. Fly out to right and a strikeout. Bats with Samuelson on, and the Blues get the leadoff man on to start the seventh, something that has regularly led to productive innings for San Luis Obispo this year so far. Game 11 of their 75th season. Outside, ball one. And Dorado struggling with control a bit in his first inning of relief. Only saw 4 men at the plate. A double by Cermak was sandwiched between 2 flyouts and a groundout. Dorado walks the first man he sees and now has to deal with Clarkson in a 1-0 count. Popped up by TJ, drifting foul, and it's 1-1. The walk by Dorado, only the second he's given up. The double by Cermak back in the 6th. Only the third hit he's given up. Looks like TJ had to go get a new bat. Steps back into the left-handed batter's box, adjusts the batting gloves, gets them tighter. Steps in and goes through his routine. Taps home plate twice, a couple check swings, and awaits the third pitch from Dorado. And on at first is Samuelson as the lights just went out here at Jackie Robinson Field. That happening in the middle of an at-bat can obviously be distracting to the man at the plate. See if they are going to be able to get them back on here. We've already seen this isn't quite as big of a malfunction, but at Compton Youth Academy, sprinklers coming on right at 9 p.m. like I assume they're supposed to. But if this is the case, the lights are going out here at Jackie Robinson Field at 8 p.m. exactly. It's not the first home game for the Saints. It was for the Barons. And we'll get this sorted out for you. Sun hasn't completely set. We've got cotton candy skies in the background. Hope you can get a look at those on our live stream cam. Live stream cam that is taped to the top of a canopy that they were nice enough to set up for us here. It's 2-1 Blues. It's a good one. Hate to see any extended breaks in this one. Well, here's some Stevie Wonder while we wait, but not sure what's being discussed here.
Music is a world within itself, with a language we don't understand. Within equal opportunity for all the same,
Everyone's just kind of sitting around and just waiting for them to come back on. Here we go. Oh, we're waiting. Okay. Fun times on the road. Fifth road game for the Blues. So far, 4-0. trying to make it 5-0 and trying to make it 6 in a row here in Pasadena. And if we've learned anything about a game having to be called early because of malfunctions with the home field, whether they be sprinklers or lights, it can be a pain because the game is technically not finished. We got that sorted out with the game at Compton Youth Academy. It goes down as a win, of course. Blues were leading 14-1 going into the ninth. We'll say the ninth didn't happen and they won 8-0. So they won 9 of 10 and they're trying to make it 10 of 11. Only thing standing in their way, the lights here at Jackie Robinson Field. I'll be right back with you. I'm just going to keep the music on.
No, not yet. Yeah.
Play ball.
Well, you heard it. We're going to play with the lights off here. No more time of standing around. 1-1 count to TJ Clarkson. Runner on first is Tate Samuelson. He walked. Dorado deals to Clarkson, and he'll single to right. Who needs the lights? Blues still hitting. Clarkson singles. Samuelson advances to second.
Now batting for the Blues, designated hitter, number 27, Johnny Bloom.
And the Blues have men on first and second to lead off the top of the seventh. So they've gotten to Dorado here. Samuelson led off the inning with a walk, as I said. Clarkson on the first pitch he sees after the lights went out here at Jackie Robinson Field. Slight delay in play. He singles sharply to right. And here's Johnny Bloom, who shows bunt. It's popped up and rolling and hits third base. It's fair. Bloom's safe at first.
I think he has to touch the bag.
Runner third is out.
Can't just pick up
Your
the
attention,
ball
please.
back.
Now batting for the Blues, number 26.
So Samuelson's out at
right
third.
fielder, Thomas Trinka.
So there's an out. That one was bunted by Bloom. It was popped up and rolled. And Elliott waited for it to roll foul. It hit the third base bag. Samuelson was called out, but Bloom is safe at first. We're a bit perplexed by the out, but that's how they've ruled it. 1 out, top of the seventh, runners on first and second for the Blues, with Thomas Trinket now at the plate in an 0-1 count. He'll pop that one up. It's 0-2 now as it drifts foul. It's Bloom at first. He reached on, I guess, a single. He showed bunt, and that one rolled foul. And TJ Clarkson, who singled more traditionally, sharply to right, is safe at second. Trinka takes way inside to the point where it hit him. And that one braked in a bit too much. Trinka will take first. Bases will be loaded for Ruben Mercado with one out.
Number 1, Ruben Mercado.
So Ruben, who's had the best at-bat for the Blues today, a 12-pitch at-bat that led to a sacrifice fly back in the third. That made it 1-0. Costeca would add one more and give the Blues the lead, 2-0. Saints would get a run back in the sixth. We're in the top of the seventh now. It's 2-1 Blues. Bases are loaded for Ruben Mercado with just one out. And Dorado, the lefty, still out there. Most traffic he's faced all day. First pitch to Ruben, laying down the bunt. It is foul, strike one. We've seen Ruben show bunt. That was on the first pitch he saw today. And 11 pitches later, he flew out to center to drive in a run. It's 0-1 now. We'll see if the safety squeeze is still on, but would love to see Ruben Mercado swing away with the bases loaded. He's had this situation twice before, earlier in the season. Didn't drive any in both times. Now 1-1 as he takes a high fastball. 2-1 Blues. Saints got that run back in the sixth to make it even closer. It's been close the whole way. But the Blues, a chance to add more insurance runs and more of a cushion for this bullpen the rest of the way. A 1-1 to Mercado is taken for ball two in what Dorado thought was a good pitch. And it was indeed a good take by Mercado. He's ahead in the count, 2-1. Bases are loaded for the Blues. They lead 2-1. Top of the seventh here at Jackie Robinson Field in Pasadena. Mercado hits that one out to right. Drifting back is Grace. He will be under it and make the catch. Tagging from third is Clarkson. No throw home. Instead, they'll throw to third. It is away. TJ Clarkson scores in the process, and Mercado has driven in 2 of the 3 Blues runs today on sacrifice flies. It's 3-1 San Luis Obispo.
Your attention, please. Now batting for the Blues, second baseman Connor Costeca.
Well, here's the man that homered back in the third. Dorado gives up a sacrifice fly and an RBI to make it 3-1 Blues. Mercado just flew out to center. It's the second RBI for Ruben. And Dorado will want to go through the signs again. Lefty on lefty here as Costeca stands in. His homer off of the righty Tommy Steyer. Dorado deals to him. That one's hit opposite field to left and drifting foul. So he gets ahead on Costeca. 0-1. Connor, who said in our next homestand against the Crabs, he said his uncle's going to come watch him play, and he can't wait for that. But doing work already in this one. Solo homer, RBI, one of 3 runs for the Blues today. They lead by 2. Time quickly called. Men are on second and third for the Blues. It's Bloom at third. And Trinka, who is hit by a pitch, on second. 1-2 the count. 0-1 the count on Costeca. There's 2 outs in the top of the seventh. That one's hit to second. Torres has it, throws on to first to retire the side. But not before the Blues and Ruben Mercado add one more. They make it 3-1. Ruben flies out to right.
Stretch time, ladies and gentlemen.
And Clarkson comes around to score. And in the process,
We'll see.
Blues take now a 2-run lead. They get that run right back. It's 3-1 San Luis Obispo. Saints a chance to cut back in the bottom of the 7th. Till then, it is time to stretch. It does look like the lights are coming on. Not that the Blues needed it. They tack on one more. It's 3-1. I'll be right back with you after the short break on the Blue Streaming Network. Thanks for hanging out.
Ladies and gentlemen, leading off for the Saints, number 3, third baseman, Cooper Elliott, number 3.
So here we go. Bottom 7, 3-1 Blues, and Cooper Elliott leading things off for the Arroyo Seco Saints.
I was still asleep. I slept at 1:30.
Pitching change and a new man on the mound for the Blues. He's also from Illinois. He's also a relief pitcher, but he's left-handed, and he's Jared Hart. Elliott's 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. Jared Hart set to start his first inning of relief here today. Looping breaking ball is bunted foul. Get a great view of that pitch as we're right behind home plate. Get to see the movement on that pitch out of Hart's left hand. On the count to Elliott, and Hart delivers strike 2. Here's the 0-2. And he checked his swing, but will appeal down and say he went around.
Now batting for the Saints, catcher, number 33, Tanner Lindsley.
So Hart comes out of the pen and throws 3 pitches and gets a strikeout of Cooper Elliott. Blues pitching, who struck out 17 batters in the game against the Coastal Cubs, continuing the trend. Getting a strikeout to start things out in the bottom of the 7th. 1 away for Jared Hart. Blues lead 3-1. 1-0. Looping breaking ball in there for a strike. It's 1-1. That's the curveball on Hart's hand. Barely touching 70. 1-1. Away ball 2. It's Tanner Lindsley now. Played with the Blues last year, playing with the Arroyo Seco Saints this year. 1 for 2 with a ground out and a single. That single his first hit of the year. 2-1. Swung on and hit up to center. Mercado ranges on to make the throw onto Clarkson. 6-3 on the ground out, and that's 2 quick outs for Jared Hart here in the bottom of the 7th. Devin Dixon. If he is to reach, it'll be Jonas Sebring. And with a 3-1 lead, Jared Hart set on to protect that. Kyle Wish went 2 full innings of relief after Heston Toll went through 4 full innings. It was awesome. Hart delivers strike 1. Ahead 0-1 on the third straight hitter, I should say. Got Elliott to strike out and Lindsley to ground out. Ahead 0-1 now on Devin Dixon, who's 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. That one's in there. Ahead 0-2. Another off-speed pitch. That's in there. Jared working the off-speed stuff. And working it very well. Ahead 0-2. Swung on and missed strike 3. Finally went with the fast stuff. Fast ball got him swinging. And Hart comes out of the pen, gets 2 strikeouts swinging and a ground out to have himself a 1-2-3 bottom of the 7th. And 3-1 will be our score as we head to the top of the 8th. If I could move the camera, I would. They're playing Walking on the Moon by Police. The moon is full, and it's out in right field. It looks really cool in this sky that's become a light shade of purple. It's an awesome sunset here in Pasadena. And it's been an awesome game. Close one, 3-1. 3-1 in the 8th, a 2-run game in the 8th. Blues haven't been able to say that much this season, but they have a chance to add to that total. 3 runs on the day. 2 driven in by Mercado, both on sacrifice flies. The other, a Costeca bomb, solo shot back in the 3rd.
Your attention, please. Pitching change for the Saints. Now pitching from Claremont McKenna, number 14, Diego Avila, number 14.
Here's Diego Avila, new pitcher on the mound for the Arroyo Seco Saints. This will be his 3rd game, 3rd appearance out of the pen. In the 2 previous ones, he went a full inning. In his first appearance, he gave up 2 runs on a hit, 2 walks mixed in there with a couple strikeouts. His last appearance at Palm Springs, he pitched on the 18th. The team lost 3-4, but he went 1 full inning and allowed no base runners. He was only giving up the 1 hit and the 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts and 2 walks for Diego on this season. Hometown of Glendale, California, the 6-foot senior attends Claremont McKenna College. And will be on to face Mason Grotto to lead things off for the Blues in the top of the 8th. 3-1 our score in favor of San Luis Obispo. Hope you're enjoying this one as much as I am. Zach Ibrahim here with you, right behind home plate. Best seat in the house.
Your attention, please. Now batting for the Blues. Left fielder, number 15, Mason Grotto.
Grotto 0 for 2 with a walk. First pitch from Avila to Grotto. In the dirt, ball 1. Mentioned the strikeout numbers for Grotto, just 2 strikeouts all season. Had 1 back in the 1st. Does not chase regularly. And when he gets his pitch and sees it, he makes contact. One and one the count to Mason Grotto. And Avila, the right-hander, deals to the right-hander at the plate. Breaking ball, high, ball 2. Feels like we haven't seen Blues hitters chase all season, especially when I was talking to Ruben before this one. He said, I got to shorten my strike zone. I'm chasing too much. I didn't think that was the case, but that's why you talk to these guys, is that one's high and inside. It gets away. Now 3-1 the count on Grotto on the doorstep of another walk. But, sometimes that's just the case. Sometimes guys are swinging at stuff that's just off the plate. They know they can take it for a ball, but the way this offense is going, they're letting loose. Like Grotto does there, swings and misses. It's a full count now at 3-2. And they mentioned this coaching staff does not want them to be conservative. Go for it. Swing away. And here's a payoff pitch from Avila. Ball 4. Another walk for Grotto.
Now batting for the Blues, center fielder, number 21, Ryan Cermak.
So Cermak will bat again, as he did in the third, with Grotto safe at first on a walk. That time, Grotto stole second. A throwing error from Lindsley behind the plate allowed him to take third, and Cermak would strike out to end the inning. 3-1 Blues lead. Tacked on one more on the Mercado sacrifice fly in the top of the 7th. Fastball's high. 1-0 now to Cermak. So Grotto already with 2 walks in this one and a stolen base. Popped up to left and drifting foul. Cermak tried to get under that one and got 2 under it. It's now 1-1 the count even as he faces Diego Avila in his first inning of relief. Here in this one, pitching in a close ball game, trying to keep the game at just a 2-run deficit for the Saints, who will, of course, be in the home team bat in the bottom of the 8th and bottom of the 9th. 6 more outs to try and come back in this one. Cermak fouls one off. It was a check swing that ended up popping foul. Avila gets ahead in the count 1-2. Grotto safe at first with a walk. Here's the 1-2 to Cermak. Breaking ball bounced to the plate. In the process, Grotto will take off for second and be safe. Another stolen base for Mason Grotto. And now he's got 7 stolen bases, 2 in this one. So he adds another walk to his total. So that's now 8 walks and 7 stolen bases. 2-2 the count to Cermak, still up there and still swinging away. Fouls that one to the left side. It's still 2-2. So both times Grotto has walked and reached. He has stolen base in the process. Found his way at third, back in the third. But here's Cermak, 2-2. Avila still searching for that first out here in the top of the 8th. 3-1 ball game. Blues lead. Cermak pops this one up. Infield ranging in. It'll be McMurray coming on from first to make the play. Makes the catch. Grotto stays at second. That's the first out, and a key one at that, as Cermak, one of the more dangerous hitters in this lineup.
Your attention, please. Now back.
Here's Austin Shell.
Catcher, number 23, Austin Shell.
So Avila pitches with Grotto at second. He walked and stole second. Here's the first pitch to the catcher, Austin Shell. It's a curveball that's low, ball 1. Checking second and now sending a 1-0 to the plate. Swung on and missed by Shell. That fastball in the lower part of the zone. Still just the 1 out, and that was Cermak's pop out to third. He's now 1 for 4 with a double. One and one from Avila. Popped up and sent foul by Shell. Three to 1 our score. Blues lead, looking for that 10th win in 11 games. Can't ask for a much better start than that. Curveball slapped foul by Shell and officially out of Jackie Robinson Field. Count remains the same, situation the same with Grotto at second, and still the 1 out. Three to 1 Blues lead. Close ball game. Haven't said that lately, but they're in one here. And here's the 1-2 from Avila. Another curveball and also slapped foul. Ranging on is McMurray, trying to impersonate TJ Clarkson, sprinting beyond the Blues dugout. He won't get there in time, so Shell is still up there and still in a 1-2 count. In an at-bat that has become a battle against Diego Avila, who walked Grotto to lead off the inning. Got Cermak to pop out to first. Now deals with Austin Shell. Check second. Here's the 1-2. High and inside and a good take as Shell checked his swing. Or did not even swing. Shell awaits the 2-2. Slapped it to right. That one's in the gap. That'll drop. So Austin Shell is safe at first. Ranging around is Grotto. He'll come in to score. And Shell has a stand-up RBI double. That makes it 4-1 San Luis Obispo. So it's 4-1 Blues on the Shell double. That brings in Grotto, who was walked and stole second. And we mentioned it, when the Blues get that leadoff man on, it spells trouble for the opposing team. And the Saints now down by 3 with still 1 out of the top of the 8th as Shell trades places with Grotto at second. First pitch by Samuelson is popped up. First pitch seen by Samuelson is popped up and foul. So Avila is ahead 0-1. Oh, 1 onto Samuelson, checking Shell at second, and now dealing a curveball high. Avila taking his time as he deals out of the stretch. One's all around, 1-1 count. 1 out in the inning and 1 man on. 4-1 Blues. Fastball is high. It's 2-1 now. And the Blues are having some terrific at-bats here in the top of the 8th. Building on what was a 2-1 lead and 3-1. And now after the Shell double, 4-1. And 4 runs being the least amount of runs they've scored all year. Blues had to at least get that. 2-1. Samuelson swings and misses. It is 2-2. This is an offense that swept the Solano Mudcats in a 3-game home weekend series, outscoring them 39-3. And then followed that one up with a 9-1 win against the Coastal Cubs. Looking for another win here in Pasadena. 2-2 to Samuelson. Fastball was low, but hit foul. or got some of his bat. Count and situation remain the same. Avila getting the signs from Lindsley behind the plate. Now the righty checks second momentarily and delivers another 2-2 to Samuelson. That's high. It's now 3-2, and Tate's having another lengthy at bat. Samuelson so far has lined out to second, has singled but was thrown out at second, and has walked. Payoff pitch to the third baseman. Swung on and missed, strike 3.
Now batting for the Blues, number 16, T.J. Clarkson.
TJ, who singled back in the 7th and came around to score, bats now with 2 out and Shell at second, the top of the 8th. 4-1 Blues. Curveball in there, strike 1, and Avila gets ahead. Mentioned with the Saints being the home team, we've got 6 more outs to try and come back in this one. Blues trying to make it tougher with every at-bat. Clarkson behind 0-1, and Avila delivers a fastball this time. That one's outside. Has gone curveball and fastball to get the count at 1-1 on TJ Clarkson. Shell bringing in the RBI in this inning. That's his 12th on the season. Another double for him. That gives him 3 now. Avila calls for time. Cycles through the signs yet again. Slapped foul. 1-2 now as Avila gets ahead in the count. 2 outs. Top of the 8th. 4-1 Blues. TJ, the single in the 7th, the only time he's reached. He's 1 for 3. Waits a 1-2 from Diego Avila. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So the Blues strike out in back-to-back at-bats. But not before they tack on one more for the second consecutive inning. They make it 4-1 here in Pasadena. Jackie Robinson Field looking for another win. And they've got to stop the Saints from making up 3 runs. And Jared Hart will be back out for his second inning of relief. He was excellent in his first.
And hold the phone. The sun came out today. We're born again. There's new grass on the field. Round the third and headed for home. It's a brown-eyed handsome man. Anyone can understand the way I feel. Oh, put me in cold. I'm ready to play. Look at me, I can be
Here's Sebring to lead off the bottom of the 8th. Blues leading 4-1. Here's Hart. Delivers off speed, strike one, and it's what Jared has done so well, is getting that first strike on the opposing hitters. Struck out Cooper Elliott, got Lindsley to ground out, and struck out Dixon. Now facing Sebring, who slaps one right back at him, falls into his glove, and he throws on to first. How about the reflexes by Jared Hart?
Now batting for the Saints, center fielder, number 15, Jag Burden.
So Sebring slaps one right back at Jared Hart. And here comes Jag Burden, led off the game. 0 for 3 today.
That's exactly why I throw every day.
So Hart unable to deliver strike one, delivers ball one to Burden. But after getting the one out, showing bunt and trying to reach in that process was Burden. It's 1-1. One. Curveball misses, and we've rarely said that. Swung on and slapped foul back to the Blues dugout. What a snag. Was that Coach? Coach might have snagged that one. 2-2. One out. Bottom of the 8th. Blues still lead 4-1. Slapped back. And foul. 2-2. Still the count. No one on for the Saints. And that's a problem. They've got to make up 3 here with 5 outs left. Blues will have one more chance to tack on more in the top of the 9th. Looking to get out of here with a victory and head home happy tonight. Curveball loops in and hit him. And Hart displeased with himself on that pitch location.
Torres, number
as he hits Burden, and he'll take first. So here's Justin Torres, and that is the man the Saints want up there right now. He is 2 for 3 with a single and a double. He doubled in his last at bat. Now hits with a man on in the form of Burden, who was just hit by a pitch. And here's Torres for his 4th at bat. Lefty on lefty facing Jared Hart. First pitch in there for a strike, and the first time Jared has faced any traffic today. It's just the man at first. Ball one. One and one to Torres. He's singled and doubled and now takes strike 2. Blues will play back-to-back games on the road. The first one in Pasadena against the Arroyo Seco Saints. We'll go home tonight, get in late, but only have to report to the bus at 1:30 tomorrow. Slapped foul, and we'll do it all over again. Short trip, 2-hour trip down to Santa Barbara. We'll get them there in time, just enough time to face the Foresters in the first of many meetings between the Blues and Foresters. And what are key games? If the Blues are able to escape Pasadena with a win, they'll be 2-0 in conference play, having defeated the Academy Barons and, of course, the Arroyo Seco Saints here in Pasadena. Runner takes off for second, and Hart guns over to Clarkson at first. It gets away, and thinking about taking third, but he'll just be safe at second, is Jag Burden. So Hart had the right idea, was going to throw over to first. Burden was taking off for second. The throw went awry and got by Clarkson, so Burden is safe at second, and Torres is still up there in a 1-2 count. Burden is safe at first. He was hit by a pitch. There's one out in the bottom of the 8th. Justin Torres is still up there. And, Jared Hart, if the throw was completed to Clarkson, they would have had Burden in a rundown. They would have had him in a pickle and probably would have got him. 1-2, swung on and missed. That's a key second out. Runner advances to second. The errant throw by Hart to first does not phase him, and he strikes out Torres.
Jake McMurray, number 2.
Here is Jake McMurray. He has driven in the only run today for the Saints. That was off back-to-back doubles. Torres doubled off of Kyle Wish, and McMurray would double. Ball 1. McMurray would double and be stranded at second, as Wish would go on to get the next 2 outs to end the inning. That's the only run of the day for the Saints. 4-1 ball game. Runner at second is Burden. Here's the 1-0. Slapped back to Costeca at second. He'll jump and throw. Are you kidding me? Wow. Connor Costeca fields that one on a hop, leaps into the air, and guns on to first for the 3rd out. Some of these plays just leave you speechless. Connor Costeca. He has gone deep and made an absolute web gem at second in this one. And it is still 4-1 Blues. Their bats are up now in the top of the 9th. I'll be right back with you on the Blue Streaming Network. Got to get my head on straight after that one.
Your attention, please. Leading off for the Blues, designated hitter Johnny Bloom.
Here's Johnny Bloom leading off the top of the ninth for the Blues. They lead 4-1, and Diego Avila, who gave up that fourth run, is back out for his second inning of relief, trying to keep the deficit at just 3 for the Saints, who will have their final chance in the bottom of the ninth to come back in this one. Avila gave up the RBI double to Shell. That scored Grotto, who walked to lead off the inning, stole second, and then Shell would trade places with him. Avila dealing to Bloom. 0-2 the count as Johnny fouls that one off. On to Bloom, who doubled and came around to score in the third. High and in. Ball 1. Here's the 1-2 to Johnny. Breaking ball taken. Ball 2. Bloom also singled in the 7th, so he's 2 for 3. This is his 4th at bat. Strikeout mixed in there, but it was the double and the sacrifice fly by Mercado that would score him. Here's the 2-2 from Avila to Bloom. No outs, top of the ninth. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Bloom finishes the day 2 for 4 with a double, a single, and 2 strikeouts.
Number 26, Thomas Trinka.
Blues have struck out 3 straight times now. That's how Avila ended the 8th. But it's Trinka now, who was hit by a pitch back in the 7th. He'll bat with no man on, and the Blues by 3, leading by 3. On 1. Trinka awaits. Second pitch from Avila. Curveball. He's tried to frame it for him. Lindsley, that is, behind the plate. Curveball has not been taken for a strike yet. 1-1 the count. 1 out, top of the ninth. 4-1 Blues lead.
Dude, my fingers are like that on it.
You don't change up? Do you have like 2 different fastballs?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Ripped into right. Base hit for Trinka.
Now batting for the Blues, shortstop, Ruben Mercado, number 1.
So Trinka singles. Blues will indeed get a man on. Blues have gotten runners on base in the 6th, 7th, 8th, and now 9th. And it's the late production from this offense here after they had the early 2-0 lead to make it 4-1. Now the cushion stands at that, but Mercado at the plate now, swings and misses through the first pitch. It's 0-1. He bats with Trinka, safe at first after he singled. Oh, and 1 from Avila. Mercado slaps that one to right. That drops for a base hit.
Have a day.
And Ruben is having a day. Ruben's having his best game of the season. He's driven in 2. He just got his first base hit. And you're saying, how is this his best game of the season? Well, he's made an awesome play at short. He's driven in 2 of the 4 runs for the Blues, in which were all awesome at-bats. And he hits one opposite field for a base hit single. Him and Trinka single back-to-back. We may work our way to the top. Here is Connor Costeca. 1 for 4 with a solo homer. Taken for ball 1. So it's Trinka at second and Mercado at first. Want to know to Connor? Costeca drills one to center. Oh, not enough on it. Burden was under it. That's the second out.
Now batting for the Blues, left fielder, number 15, Mason Grotto.
Here's Mason Grotto. So after Costeca flies out to center, Grotto bats with 2 outs and 2 men on. It's Trinka at second, Mercado at first. Those men hit singles in back-to-back at-bats. And Grotto, who has walked twice, came around to score back in the 8th. Chance to drive in more. Takes ball 1. One 0. Slap to right. Grotto singles. Coming around to score is Trinka. And it's another RBI and a single for Grotto. He's got 20 ribbies to lead the team. And another hit. His first of the day, but the third time he's reached.
Now batting for the Blues, number 21, Ryan Cermak.
Grotto singles and brings in one more. Here's Cermak. Mercado at second and Grotto at first. Mason Grotto just brought in his 20th run batted in on this season. This is the 11th game. Cermak takes strike 1. So Trinka, who singled after Bloom struck out to lead off the inning, he came around to score. Now it's Mercado at second. And Grotto, who just made it 5-1. Breaking ball, swung on and missed by Cermak. It's the pitch he's had trouble with today. It's 5-1 Blues. 0-2 from Avila. Slapped foul to the right side. Out of play. Again, we'll be in Santa Barbara tomorrow. Game 1 with the Foresters this year. Blues lead by 4 here. Are going to be 3 outs away from going 2-0 in conference play. And that's opponents in the CCL Southern Division. Cermak awaits an 0-2. Fastball's high, taken for ball 1. There's never any quit in this team, and they never stop hitting. Doesn't matter what inning it is. So they tack on one more in the 9th. They've scored runs now in the 7th, 8th, and 9th to go from being up 2-1 to 5-1. We mentioned that the least amount of runs scored all year by the Blues was 4. They were at least going to get that. Grotto singles to the left side. This could bring in one more. The throw in from left is in time, and out at the plate is Mercado. And it was a heck of a throw from Sebring to get him. So Cermak singled. He'll end his day 2 for 5 with a double and a single. No RBI to his credit there. Mercado trying to score. What a throw it was from Sebring in left. He is out at the plate, and it's time to head to the bottom of the 9th. Blues just 3 outs away from another victory. They're 10th in 11 games, and they're 6th in a row. We'll see who's out to get the final 3. We'll let you know in just a moment. Thanks for hanging out on the Blue Streaming Network and making us a part of your Wednesday night.
Leading off for the Saints, number 16, designated hitter, Bo Willis.
Bo Willis will lead off the
16.
bottom of the ninth. Saints trailing by 4. Blues leading 5-1. It's Ryan Ward out there for the Blues to try and get the last 3 and send the boys in blue or in white tonight happy.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to be pitching for scouts.
Ryan Ward, who hit 90 miles an hour for the first time on his fastball when he was 16 years old, delivers an absolute heater low for ball 1. I remember he told me that, and I just looked at him like, are you crazy? You're throwing that to kids in high school? 1-0. And breaking ball is hit over to Mercado at short. He'll field it on a hop and just absolutely throw a laser to first. Have a day, Ruben Mercado.
Now batting for the Saints, right fielder, number 7, Jack Grace. Number 7.
Oh, Mercado's been awesome. 2 sac flies, 2 RBIs, a single, a couple highlight plays. The glove work is short. Him and Costeca. And Grotto. Seems like every game you can name 3, 4, 5 guys. Breaking pitch from Ward is swung on and missed. The fastball for Ward has topped out at 97. That was over a year ago. Has touched 96 since. 0-1. Ward to the plate. Another breaking ball. Another swing and miss by Jack Grace, the right fielder. So ahead 0-2. Ryan Ward, who got the first quick out, a ground out to short of Willis, now delivers an 0-2. The third pitch to Jack Grace. Fastball, low. And when you ask him, okay, well, you've got the velocity, what's next? And he goes, the control. I got to bring the walks down. I got to find a way to keep it in the zone. Obviously not keep it over the heart of the plate every time, but if I want to elevate it, put it in the top of the zone. If I want to put it low, lower part of the zone. Let's not put it in the dirt and over the head of my catcher. 1-2 now. I went the fastball on the last pitch. Goes to it again. And it's dribbled foul. 1-2 still. 1 out, bottom of the ninth. 5-1 Blues lead on the doorsteps of a 10th win. One, two from Ward. Swung on and missed. All 3 strikes with the off speed for Ryan in that at bat.
Your attention, please. Now batting for the Saints.
And now
third baseman,
2 outs
number 3,
in the
Cooper
bottom of the
Elliott.
ninth. And Cooper Elliott is the last
3.
chance for the Arroyo Seco Saints, who are on the doorstep of a 3rd loss. They came in 3-2. With a loss, they'd be even at 3-3. And Ward trying to send the boys home happy. It'll be a nice bus ride. Everyone will be tired. I assume everyone's hungry right now. It'll all be solved with a win. Swung on and missed, strike 1. So Ward's been great. Getting 2 quick outs. Would love to see more of Ryan. Would love to see more of that fastball. Electric. 0-1. There it is, but again, low ball 1. Count even now. It's good that Ryan's been able to balance that out with off-speed stuff, though. Not one-dimensional by any means, the right-handed reliever. 1-1. Fastball low and bounced to Austin Shell. Count now 2-1. 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, 5-1 Blues lead. Inside ball 3. We got the foot of our ump. Three and one, and Jack Grace, or Cooper Elliott, I should say, certainly with the green light. Swings and misses there. He had it. He let it rip, and he missed. So it's 3-2. The count is full. Ward set to deal a payoff pitch. Strike away from the win. Hit back to him, and ranging on is Kosteka to throw on to first, and that is your ball game. It is a 5-1 Blues victory.
That's the ball game. Final score.
That's life.
Arroyo Seco Saints 1.
Blues win by 4. 5-1 your final. And they leave Pasadena a happy bunch. It's 10 wins in 11 games for the San Luis Obispo Blues. It is 6 in a row, and they will come into Santa Barbara tomorrow evening on fire, playing terrific baseball. And we hope you had the under in this one, just 6 total runs, much lower than we've seen from the Blues.
Thanks for enjoying Summer League baseball.
But what a performance it was late from this offense. The best at bat of the day, a 12-pitch sacrifice fly RBI by Ruben Mercado that scored the first run of the game in the third. That was followed by a solo homer by Connor Kosteka that made it 2-1. Blues would go scoreless for a couple innings, and then in the 6th, plate 1. In the 7th, plate 1 more. In the 8th, plate 1, 9th, and 8th and 9th, plate 3 more. Your final 5-1. That does it here for us all at Jackie Robinson Field. I've been Zach Ebrahim for statistician Max Lober. We appreciate you all listening and watching with us. Another Blues win. They are 10-1 officially. Heston Toll also made his debut. Just before we finish up, we want to get you his line because he was terrific. His first start as a Blue, he went 4 full innings, had 6 strikeouts, and picked up the win. So Heston Toll is your winner today. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Big game against Santa Barbara. It'll be right here on the Blue Streaming Network. Take care of yourselves and enjoy yourselves because we're going to do the same. We're going to head back home tonight and be right back with you for First Pitch, 6:05, Blue Streaming Network. I've been Zach Ebrahim. Good night, everybody.